Again, we're looking at dynamic range. And what dynamic range is telling us the difference between the brightest points in our image and the darkest points. So the brightest points is gonna be your highlights, your darkest points is gonna be your shadows. Right now, my Sony is set, the ISO is set at 16,000, so it's way too high. And you can see absolutely nothing in this shot. And in most cameras, your dynamic range is gonna be somewhere between 400 and 3,200, depending on the light. Because we're outside in bright light, 400 will probably be best. And you can actually go as low as 100 or 200, depending on what your camera settings are. We'll adjust the ISO. When I start lowering that, now we can start to see the image a lot better. So again, we're outside. I'm gonna drop that down to 200. Now our shutter speed is probably too low and our aperture is way too wide at a 2.8. So I'm gonna close that in to a 5.6 or so. Not 5.6, 6.3, excuse me. And then now we can see it a little bit better even though my screen is super bright. I'm gonna adjust my shutter speed. So now adjusting my shutter speed to a 1/1000. That is looking a lot better. This shot is okay. Your iris is at an f.8, so we're able to see some detail in the clouds or in the trees. The sky might be blown out a little bit. Our shutter angle is at a 1 point. That wind got me, yeah, she was finna go on this monopod. Our shutter angle is at an 89.9. Our ISO is at a 200, white balance is set right. All of that's good, but that shot is still a little bright. We want to keep the detail in the sky. So with the Blackmagic cameras, we would just simply apply an ND filter. Boom. So me applying one ND, now we could actually see the blue in the sky. If I apply another one, you got a lot more sky, but now my midtones or my shadows are a little darker. That's okay. Because with your dynamic range, it's a lot easier to recover shadows than it is highlights. If we take these NDs off and we're recording that white sky, the majority of the time, once it's lost, like when your image turns completely white, it's gone and you can't recover that. But by applying these ND filters, and I went one stop too many, we're still recording something in our shadows value. So in the darker points, there's still some type of information there, right? And it's a lot easier to restore those when we get to post than it is that white. Once it goes white, it's gone. Now, we will run pretty much the same test inside of a low light setting. So we're gonna turn all the lights off in the sanctuary because this is usually what it looks like on a Sunday. And we have our camera pointed towards the stage with all the lighting on. And right off the bat, the first thing is we need to get and you've already made the adjustment, so you're a step ahead. So inside the Sony, let me make the adjustments to my exposure triangle by dropping my f-stop back down. So we're gonna open you up to a 3.5. Can't talk. Open that back up through a 3.5. We're gonna drop our oh no.
3.5 or 5.6?
What's a 5.6? But inside this Sony, I actually got the ability to open up my aperture a little wider because of the type of lens this is. So I can actually open this one to a 1.8, which is gonna allow a lot more light in. So this looks okay. This looks about what I would want it to look like on a Sunday. Now, your shutter angle is too low from where we record on a Sunday. So 179.8, that's the shot that we typically want.
And your iris?
Your iris is at 4.4, which is okay. You're letting more light into the camera. So what we want to do is run that same thing. So your ISO is at a 3,200.
Right.
So let's drop that down. Let's go from 32 and let's take it down to, by stops, all the way down to a 400. So right now I'm at a 25. 2000. You might not have, well, no, I think you can, yeah. You can get it. All right, so next one is gonna be 16. And as you can see, we're losing a lot more of that light.
Yeah.
Correct. In 1250. And then a 1000. I'm not even focused either. Let me focus on the, there we go. And now I'm gonna take my ISO down to, that's my shutter speed. 800, 640, 500, 400. And I think we were outside, so we actually went to 320. Now in your corners, you're probably a lot darker.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then for you, you took your ND filters off, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, you don't see the ND on there. So now it's a lot darker. We still have some light, but again, because we're pointed at the stage, we're able to see some type of lighting, which is what we want.
Right.
Crank it up to 6400, 8000, 20. Oh, so we can, and you can already see on your monitor the noise, right? That's what we want to avoid, because that's going to be a very unusable shot. Here is where it gets tricky. If you look at this Sony camera, in my view or on my monitor, I can't see the noise.
Right.
The way that it's being displayed on your Blackmagic. So from here, I might think this shot is okay.
Yeah.
But once we get back in post, it's gonna be a different story.
Right.
The Blackmagic, and then again, another reason why this is an industry standard camera, on your LCD screen is telling you, hey, this is an unusable shot. I'm showing you the grain that's inside of this
You
image.
want to get it to a point where you're not seeing that grains jumping about.
Correct. So along with dynamic range, this is when knowing exactly how to manipulate the exposure triangle is gonna help you in creating a better image.